constructive cooperation in the task of rebuilding the whole of Indonesia, the Netherlands government has decided that the Prime Minister, Dr. Drees, will leave for Indonesia within a few days. 4. In order to assist in the carrying out of the request of the Security Council to be fully informed regarding the situation since the 12th of December, the Netherlands government has already declared that all possible facilities will be granted to the military observers and their staff. The necessary facilities will be also given to the members of the Consular Committee. In connection with point 3 of the statement, I am authorized to add, Mr. President, that it is hoped that soon after the arrival of the Netherlands Prime Minister in Indonesia, it will be possible to make a beginning with the consultations, which I announced on a previous occasion, for the establishment of an all-Indonesian federal interim government, in which consultations representatives of all parts of Indonesia, without exception, will take part.
Mr. President, my delegation is extremely disappointed by the developments in the discussions and by the decisions on the Dutch violations of the truce agreement. It is perfectly clear that there is a general disapproval of these violations among the members of the Security Council. It is also perfectly clear that there is a majority in the Security Council favoring not only the ceasefire and the release of the President and other political leaders of the Republic of Indonesia, but also the withdrawal of the Dutch forces to the old truce lines. Nevertheless, the Security Council have not been able to realize this attitude that a withdrawal is necessary. The Security Council has only been able to adopt a resolution calling upon the parties to cease fire and to release the Republican President and all other political prisoners.
I hope that from these words the Council will not think that my government in any way minimizes the importance of this issue. They yield to nobody in their desire to see a peaceful settlement reached on the basis of mutual concessions and of the program of political development which has been so carefully elaborated and so long maintained by the Netherlands government. But my government have all along felt that there has been, shall I say, a certain impetuosity in the conduct of this affair by the Council, both in the tenor of the resolutions passed and perhaps more particularly in the speed of action which has been urged by certain delegations. This seems to us particularly regrettable in view of the long history and the complexity of this question, for all colonial questions are in their nature complicated and delicate, and also in view of the doubts which have been expressed by members of the Council, and very distinguished members, about its competence. Those are doubts which my delegation shares, as is known from the record, and which have not been resolved as we would have wished by the competent judicial authority.